Hi guys, today I have probably one of the most affordable new construction areas to talk about. There are some downsides. We're going to get there. I've got all the details and intimately know it. But if you can overlook some of those downsides, you might find a really good opportunity. So today we are mapping out a new construction move to Forney, Texas. Jared, do you go out to Forney often?
I do. Yeah.
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 So I grew up in Mesquite, right? So we used to go like out to Forney a lot. Like Forney to me,
Florida was the country, bro.
yeah, Forney was the country way back then. So uh growing up in Mesquite, the two places you went to hang out, you went to Forney, and if you were real ritzy and fancy, you went out to Rockwall,
Oh yeah.
across the lake. But uh I think there's some really, really great affordability in Forney comparative to like going north. Some of the same houses you would see up north, $150,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah. Or more.
Yes.
The biggest challenge to me in Forney is Highway 80, right? Two lanes,
Oh yeah.
both directions,
Oh yeah.
and they suck.
Yeah. You even have people that will go, as strange as it sounds, they'll take 20, which isn't great. They'll take 30 to Rockwall.
Yeah.
Come down through Heath.
And they come down through Heath and Terrell and all that stuff. The other thing that's really hard about Forney is the highway basically bisects right through the middle of town. But the other thing on the highway, because it's that small town feel, there's a train that runs right up next to the highway. And if you've ever tried to get across Forney at like 3:30,
Oh yeah.
it's not fun.
No.
Like being stuck over on this side, the south side of Forney, and trying to get back the other way,
Oh yeah.
I hate it.
Oh yeah. I've waited on that train before.
Yeah, but so much growth going on out here. All of this, you've got Walmart, Kroger, HEB has some land right over here, and I always try and mark, good places based on HEB because I love HEB.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited about the one coming to Rockwall.
For those, have you covered what HEB is for people outside of Texas?
I mean, it's like the grocery store mecca of
It's like
holy.
the rails Arcus of grocery.
That's it. See, like it's the redneck Neiman Marcus,
Well, it's
cowboy Neiman Marcus.
yeah, but it has got everything. They make everything.
Their tortillas.
Cuts of meat are better. I mean, it's phenomenal.
They were really big down in South and Central Texas, and they have in the last 5-ish years have migrated kind of into the northern market. People
I
love
love
it.
it.
I love it. So school-wise, Forney, two major high schools. So you've got Forney over on the south side and then North Forney kind of up on the north. Growing school district, probably not going to rate out as well as some of the districts to the north. I mean, I've got it pulled up here. We're kind of at a B plus on niche, and then Texas schools has them at a C based on their, this is heavily based on star scores. But it's cool to see this number here has, I would, if it hasn't doubled in the last 5 to 10 years, I would be surprised. And if it doesn't continue to double in the next 5 to 10 years, it seems like every time I go out to Forney, there's another new campus or a new middle school. Some of the stuff they're spending money on for their schools is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Have you seen the OC, the Opportunity Central? Have you seen this place?
Oh yeah.
Have you been in it?
I have not been in it.
Okay, so I have been in it. So this is the Opportunity Central. Forney built this as like it's got a arena in it. They host special events there. They've also got all kinds of like uh classes and shops for students. So like there are students in there running restaurants and mechanic shops
Oh
and
yeah.
just so much cool, like, to me, like seeing this be built was, it's an incredible resource. And I think this might be something that's driving a lot of that growth into the school district is this. And then when we get into talking about some of the affordability, um, more and more school districts are doing things like this. And I love seeing.
We've got one in Garland School District off of
Yeah.
Georgia Bush.
George Bush on Native Forest, right?
Yep. And my kids have been through there and learned a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, and I love that the schools are doing this.
They've got, you're a golf guy. Check that out. Emerging Golf Entertainment Center.
Yep.
Go out there and hit some golf balls in the simulator.
Sure.
Man, but when this opened a couple years ago, I got the opportunity to kind of walk through it and see it and hear the backstory, and the vision behind it was super cool. So open to all Forney students, but again, on the map wise, it kind of north and south right here is what bisects it. There's a where's it at? There's a there's a diner. We gotta find it on the map right down here in like Mama's Daughters.
Oh yeah.
That to me, that's one of my favorite places to get a chicken fried steak.
Okay.
If you're ever out in Forney, like
I've been there. I haven't had the chicken fried steak.
chicken fried steak and breakfast, like it's just a
Nice.
good old time down.
Yeah.
Couple of let's do let's talk about neighborhoods down here. So I didn't know there's a big neighborhood right over here. This is Heartland.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that they want to be their own city, but they're kind of not.
They're close.
They're close.
Everybody refers to it as Heartland.
Yeah, this is a massive development.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you've got Coventry is in here. I know Pacesetter's in here.
Yeah.
Chesmar, which I really really like, and it's a Huffines community.
Yeah.
And so for those people who don't know, Huffines is probably one of the premier developers right here in DFW.
Yeah.
I mean, they're behind some of those big name, massive communities. Tax rate is a little less than ideal because of that, but it's also, hey, in case you needed to go, you could go to the photography. I just like seeing people's
Business out of the house.
business out of their house, like all kinds of good stuff down there in Heartland. So that one would be down there. There's Fox Hollow was a great area. You can also find some a little bit bigger land, some acreage if you're looking at resale. These right.
Yeah.
On the north side, Devonshire is probably the one that everybody talks about, that everybody loves.
It's just the biggest master plan community in that area
For sure. For now.
Yeah.
And
now.
so there's a new one coming. And if Highland's in it, you know it's going to be a good deal. Not that's way overpriced. Meraki. So this development is going to be super cool. They are modeling it after what they did in Devonshire.
Okay.
It's going to be massive.
Let's pay. Wow.
Yeah. Amenity center, of course, elementary school, second amenity center. I'm not sure what civic facility means, but it's going to be I would drove by it the other day. They're cutting in roads, and I expect that they're going to start selling this within the next 4 months, realistically. So if you're wanting, we always talk about like in terms of builds, one of the best opportunities is to be first, right? Like, because if you can live out amongst all the construction, that's where you're going to find some of the best deals for builders, right?
I just had a horrible reference. Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby,
If you're not first, you're last.
if you don't chew Big Red, it's such a dumb movie. It's hard. No, I
I agree with you.
I love
Phase one is where you do very little effort and let the developers increase your property value. I mean, phase one is phenomenal.
And again, we don't see the full pricing, but look at that. 60 and 70 foot lots starting high 4s, low 5s. And if we saw that up north, those lots are probably starting at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Right. So if you can be on the kind of the eastern side of the Metroplex, you might, and commit to the drive, you can find some really good opportunities. I always like to look at sales price. So if we're just looking at, new construction, and then we'll look at a couple of builders, neighborhoods, things like that. But look at this median sales price for September.
Wow.
351. So on the downside, you do have, so part of that is being carried by, we'll call it some bigger national builders that, we may or may not want to, associate. It is what, like, part of that's being carried by that. But you do have some really good, you do have the Chesmars, the Pacesetters, Bloomfield, the Highland, Perry, Ashton Woods, they're all out there as well. So it's interesting to see. I mean, obviously it peaked, 374, 377 in April. But also I'm curious because I'm betting if I look at the, where's that? The month supply, I bet it's over 6 months. Okay. Let's see. Oh,
Not out there.
man. Okay. I stand corrected. I will be wrong.
Well, you probably are maybe more in tune with this because this is maybe backwards looking, and we get the opportunity to see all the stuff that still sticks or coming November, December.
Yeah, that's true. Which is honestly, we're getting into the end of the year. Builders are moving a great amount of inventory. So I want to look at a couple of so we see this, and then if I go look at the so yeah, 278 active new construction listings. We've got, again, a good smattering north and south side. You just kind of got to be careful looking at these. I'm not going to even look at this one because they're trying to sell that to an investor, and I kind of have an issue with that. So median price, what did we say it was? It was
351.
yeah, 351. Okay, let's find something 351, and then let's do our favorite, like, let's find what that payment would look like. And I'm gonna go, let's go here. Okay. Builder dropped it. 50 grand. Good deal. Union
I
Man.
was going to say that looks like a Union Main house.
Yeah, you can kind of tell, like, when we start looking at these, right? So,
Well, if that's in Walden Pond or Walden, yeah.
yep. So let's look at your calculator, because I love, and this is linked, I linked this calculator down below.
Okay.
So anybody can kind of look at this. So 351, let's just kind of estimate 351, 1, 2, 3. Let's say you're going to put 5% down. Annual taxes, that neighborhood, you know off the top of your head?
The annual taxes for Walden here, you're probably 1.9. I think you might be just over it.
I think it's like 2.1, 2.2. We're gonna guess. And then interest rate, very realistic. I don't know what Union Main's doing right now, but very realistic. We're seeing, at
0.9.
4.8, 5. Let's call it 5,
Yep.
which is a very real thing we're seeing with a lot of builders. And then mortgage insurance, we talk about that. It's probably 0.3. Yeah, for most people. 0.29. Come on, right there. Okay.
Yep.
So all in, annual insurance, got to figure that one. 1,900, give or take. You're at about $2,600 estimated, depending on credit, things like that, right? I don't know where else you're finding that. I mean, to be honest, that's, so when people call me and they're like, Zach, we want to be between 22 and 28, 40 is where we got to go.
You got a little drive, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. Traffic's going to be less than ideal, but you're still not far. Like if we looked at Forney, and let's just say from Forney, and I needed to get, actually, let's do it from the Diamond, because or Forney High School, and you're like, hey, you know what? I travel a lot. Let's go. I got to go to the airport, right? So DFW. Because I get a lot of people that are like, hey, that are moving to Dallas and are still having to travel. I mean, you're looking at hour 5 right now. If you decide, hey, I don't want to travel out of there, I want to go out of Love Field, that in 50 minutes. So, not terrible, but not great. Or if you're commuting, let's just say, one of the big things, I have a lot of people that work for like TI, Toyota, TI's in Richardson, right?
Yep.
TI, Boulevard, and Texas Instruments is the one. Let's say you're working down over there, not from Love Field. Come on, Zach. You're looking at a 40-minute commute. I will say this section right here, that this is great, but it is going to be tolled. Yeah, so that's George Bush. So just know you're going to kind of be on the toll roads there. There's a section of this that you could potentially get toll roaded if you wanted to, but you don't have to. But this for sure would be all toll road. So if you're working up in this area, making that commute, because you're not going to find $2,600 a month or $350 up. There's no way. I mean, you might find it maybe out this way in Levon, maybe Josephine, but the challenge with coming up there is there's not as much commercial development. No. If you're wanting the restaurants and shopping and things, like when you get home, you're home, that's where you got to be. Yeah. So we looked at a Union Main home. We talked about the new Meraki one. Devonshire's got some. I mean, Highland home at 390. Perry about that price. Yeah, that's pretty good. You got Pace Setter down there. They're in Walden Pond, and they're in Heartland. Same Walden Pond neighborhood. Ooh, final opportunities. Yeah. So final opportunities mean good deals.
That's good deals.
Usually,
they've lowered prices. They've got incentives. Pace Setters are doing some stuff to close out of that community. There it is. What they've got another one coming up pretty soon.
Really? Yeah. In Forney, are they going to be?
It's Clearview, and it could very well be on their website.
Oh, Clearview. That's a Roy City one.
It is. You're right.
That is. Yep. You're right. They don't have it right. That's right.
Yep.
We're out there. You're right. But also one of the other builders I do a lot of business with is Trophy. And Trophy to me is a really good first-time home buyer price. So I like Trophy under about $450, because I think the product they build suits a first-time home buyer really, really well, compared to some of the other bigger national brands that's playing that space. So like if we look in that neighborhood, I'm just curious, because they've all, I mean, Jared, look at that.
Yeah.
399 rate. plus 7, like so when I tell you we see builders doing all kinds of crazy stuff, this is what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And so if we just go in and look, and Devonshire is a really cool community because I know a lot of people get concerned at this price point about investors. So Devonshire as a community has said, we will not sell to an investor. So you're protected that way versus some of the other neighborhoods that don't necessarily have that HOA protection. And then you kind of see some institutions coming in and picking up stuff like this. So like, we just go in and look, I mean, 2,500 square feet at 350, then I can find some. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
314, right? So if we go back to your calculator, so we can look at it from a monthly standpoint. Let's look at it from an affordability standpoint. So we've done this at a couple of different price points, but I always like to just kind of talk about it. So let's assume you think we can afford, here's the question before I put it, can we afford to be in Forney under $100,000 household income?
I think so.
Let's try it. So 85?
Yep.
85, 1, 2, 3. Let's monthly debts. I know this one's high. We talked about it a lot.
It is. Give me some way to say $1,200.
$1,200. Okay.
That's cars, credit cards, student loans.
Anything which is not taxes, we're gonna say it's probably about 8,000 in that neighborhood. Insurance is gonna be about 1,900. Down payment. What's quick math? Down payment on a
3% of 315, call 11.5.
Well, yeah, there we go. Look at one of us can do math, and we'll take that. Well, I guarantee
there.
Huh?
3.9. Put it in.
But see, I bet it's not a lock at 3.9. Gotta check it. I want to be honest with people. I could be wrong.
FHA, VA.
Oh, look at that. It is a 3.99 lock.
Yep.
Golly, how are they doing that?
It's expensive.
It's expensive. So 3.99. Did I miss something? $85,000 annual income. So you can't get it for under 100. Dang it.
$181,000 in a home.
Wow. See, this is why I like having this conversation with you, because I think so many people in this space forget about how at times things can be very unaffordable.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, we're sitting here looking at that like, oh yeah, we think we can make that work. And then the calculator just literally said, there's no way, especially if you're carrying $1,200 in monthly debts.
Cut that in half.
Okay. Let's say you're carrying $600 in monthly debt.
There you go.
You're close, because that house was 315.
Yep.
Right. So we were looking at a house at 315. So if you cut your monthly debts in half, we're not paying multiple car payments. We're not. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to give you that back, because I think most people, that's where they're carrying. Let's see. Maybe we do 10 grand. We got to make over 100. So 105. Let's put your on the calculator.
There you go.
105. That's what it's going to take, which is hard. And I think this is why so many people feel like home ownership is so unattainable, is because median household incomes are probably $70,000, right? Dang. But I will tell you, here's the crazy thing. If the builder's not doing this number right here, that number gets obliterated.
Yeah.
Right. So this is why we love,
take it to 5.9.
It's market's even higher, right?
Let's take it to 5.9. Yeah.
So then
$1,000 of affordability.
So then
the builders are
covering.
Yeah.
So then that number has to become, I had to act about that.
Yeah.
It's an extra 10 grand in income.
Yeah.
And it ate $100,000 of affordability. So this is why when I am so bullish on new construction, is because builders are making, again, we could argue for days where housing is overpriced or unaffordable. Like, sure, at a very basic level, yeah, sure. But when you see builders doing that, I mean, it helps a ton. And I think that also speaks to the fact of like how much money builders are spending with mortgage companies to do rates like this. I mean, we're talking at scale in the millions of dollars, right, to buy these rates.
That's the same income that change in interest took them from 313 to 390. So you're looking at $70,000 of affordability that somebody else is fronting for you. Now, granted, it's tied to the property they're trying to sell. Yeah, but to be able to offer $70,000 more affordability at an upfront cost that they're willing to pay to get somebody in, it's a big deal. It is a big deal.
Yeah. Which is part of why, because again, you're not, these numbers, there are very few places in the Metroplex that I see numbers. I mean, again, Forney, it'll happen. Lavon, Josephine, you could potentially do it. Farmersville, some sections up here on 380 Princeton. But to me, Forney is probably the most commercially developed.
I agree.
With all, like, I mean, so you could get that, but you wouldn't have the grocery stores. There's a rumor, I heard Costco's buying land out there. I mean, there's already Costco in Rockwall, but
still, that's a drive to go.
Yeah, I mean, and you could always get back to Mesquite. I grew up in Mesquite. I wouldn't go back to Mesquite right now. There's just, I just wouldn't. Especially, well, here's the thing. Here's what I say. All of the development, and we'll wrap up with it, all the development to me in Mesquite is happening down here on the south.
It is.
But there's all residential development, nothing commercial.
Correct.
And the few neighborhoods that I really, really love down here have a tax rate north of 3%.
Yeah.
Like, I love the Solterra neighborhood is beautiful.
Yeah.
3.12%.
Yes.
Ish. Talia, that they're doing that same thing. Like, that math on taxes is brutal.
It is. But it negates the price and the affordability.
Yes.
Yep.
So, yes, can you find stuff like, where did they go?
And then there's other parts too. When you start getting up into this sale price, but in other areas, what's the compromise? A lot of those are, I don't know if you call them twin homes or townhomes,
Smaller lots.
but they're smaller lots, and you could have a shared wall.
Shared wall. You're going to, so like that house that we were looking at in Devon, this one, that's at least a 50-foot lot. Cause I know it, cause I've walked that one. That Pacesetter one we were looking at 349. Obviously they're not at 4.99, but they're close, they're at 4.75.
Yeah.
It's a 50-foot lot. But yeah, you're right. Going north, you're going to lose on your lot size. So it's all a give and take of what makes the most sense for your family. So affordability wise, convenience wise, I think Forney is where it's at.
Yeah.
The downsides are the growth in the traffic. There's a lot going on in getting compacted into that. And the infrastructure has not quite kept up with where they need it to be.
I agree. But like you said, when you can get home from work or on the weekends, not have to leave your 5-mile radius because there is everything else you need right there, Forney is a good spot to be.
Yeah. So we have your calculator down. We have this linked down below. This is an incredible tool. Jared and his team lend for a ton of different builders, and probably one of my most trusted lenders, does a lot of business for me. We appreciate that. So if we can help in any way, his contact information is down below. My contact information is down below as well. I'm gonna be honest, I'm wrestling with this a lot. Like this, I mean, I should have been able to do the math, but it bothers me more than it should. I don't know what we do about that, but that's why we're in the business trying to help people.
Well, that's also why they're offering those interest rates out there, and then some places they're not.
Yeah,
because of that exact reason.
Golly. So, all right, guys. Well, hope that was informative, Jared. We'll have to go grab some chicken fried steak and Forney next time we're out there. So, thanks, guys. We'll appreciate you. We'll see you in our next one.